Hey Star Warriors, Star Geek here, to count down the top 10 best canon Star Wars villains. Star Wars is well known for its wide array of creative and iconic villains, but which are the best? One rule that I'm implementing here is that no bounty hunters are included, so you'll have to wait for my top 10 bounty hunters list before you see any of them. Now, let's see my picks of the very best crime lords, Imperials, and Sith lords in the galaxy. In 10th place, we have Asajj Ventress. Apprentice to the feared Count Dooku, Ventress became one of the most ruthless assassins the saga has to offer. The Dathomirian Night Sister wields two blades while infiltrating Republic bases and battling Jedi adversaries. While she might have started out as a clumsy Padawan, she eventually became a brutal mercenary, joining together with Quinlan Vos in an attempt to assassinate Dooku. Whether you like her or hate her, she became one of the most iconic Star Wars characters the Clone Wars produced.
Shall I provide you with a droid escort?
My dear General, there's nothing you have that I could want.
At spot number 9 is Savage Opress.
Brother, please!
You big weakling.
This Dathomirian Zabrak warrior is one of the most powerful villains introduced in the saga. Brother to Darth Maul, he was recruited to be Count Dooku's new apprentice by Asajj Ventress. His never-ending quest for power consumes him into reaching far lengths of destruction. Skilled with any weapon, whether that be a double-bladed lightsaber, a cursed battle axe, or his own bare hands. No one was expecting Savage to be so cool when he was first introduced, making his sheer amazingness all the more welcome. Savage is definitely a great enemy.
Brother, I am an unworthy apprentice. I'm not like you. I never was.
In 8th place, we have the Inquisitor.
I do so admire your persistence. Ready to die?
When I first saw this character, I was prepared to be disappointed in the series, but the Inquisitor only got better and better after each episode. Not only is he the pure essence of evil, he is calculative and not all-powerful, giving him more depth. Put him in front of someone like Tarkin and he may act like a simple pawn, but leave him to his own devices and there's no stopping his spinning blade. All of his quotes were memorable and chilling, and the way that he died was formal and surprisingly respectable. The Inquisitor was a nice addition to the Star Wars universe.
You have no idea what you've unleashed here today. There are some things far more frightening than death.
At 7th, we have General Grievous.
On your not. You must realize you are doomed.
This asthmatic droid general was different in every story he appeared in. From cowering and fearful to powerful and mysterious, his character can switch with the flip of a coin. But that obviously doesn't help him get on this list. So what does? Count Dooku's subordinate is an iconic part of the prequels. His robotic shell, 4 powerful arms, and menacing yellow eyes make him one of the most unique and creatively designed villains of the saga. He never fails to captivate the audience when he's on screen, and his hobby of collecting the lightsabers of his fallen victims gives him an edge most characters don't have.
A valiant effort, but as you can see, ultimately futile. Now, Jedi, prepare yourself, for you are about to leave this world.
I don't think so.
Entering at spot number 6 is Jabba the Hutt.
In his belly you will find a new definition of pain and suffering, as you are slowly digested over 1,000 years.
The Hutt crime lord has been an iconic villain ever since 1983, when he first appeared on screen. His palace was a creative setting for the scum of the universe to hang around in while he lazed about commanding his minions from a throne. He does what he wants and always gets his way. On top of being one of the most feared creatures in the galaxy, Jabba is immune to the Jedi mind tricks, showing his true strong-minded superiority. He commands attention when on screen, and never fails to get his way. One of the ugliest aliens with a menacing laugh, Jabba comes in at 6th.
50,000, no less.
Making it to the halfway mark at spot number 5 is Count Dooku.
Brave, but foolish, my old Jedi friend. You're impossibly outnumbered.
Played by the late and great Sir Christopher Lee, Darth Tyrannus always looks snappy when striking his blows. He is tactical and skilled, always able to either outwit or outrun the enemy. His path from being a Jedi to becoming one of the most powerful Sith Lords is very intriguing. You never know what trick he has up his sleeve, surprising even some of the most respected Jedi Masters. This noble Sith Lord knows how to effectively battle, while still keeping it classy, getting him into spot number 5.
My powers have doubled since the last time we met, Count.
Good. Twice the pride, double the fall.
In 4th place, we have Grand Moff Tarkin.
Honor is peace, but we have no weapons. You can't
You will
possibly...
prefer another target, a military target? Then name the system.
The scheming governor is one of the most respected and commanding men in the Empire. He knew exactly who to make connections with before the rise of the Empire, leading him into power. The pure essence of evil, even Darth Vader bows down before him. Tarkin does whatever is needed to get the job done, no matter what the cost or consequence. Success is all he needs in the universe, keeping the balance of evil and complete corruption in check.
I recognized your foul stench when I was brought on board.
Charming to the last.
At spot number 3 is Darth Maul.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
Not only is Darth Maul one of the most mysterious characters from the saga, but he is also one of the most skillful. His horns and menacing stares are enough to intimidate any foe, but they are merely warnings for what's to come when he whips out his double-bladed lightsaber. The Clone Wars expanded on his need for revenge and respect, making the villain even more complex. And while his character wasn't very fleshed out in The Phantom Menace, that was part of his charm, getting Maul 3rd place.
Then you must have your revenge, my brother.
Yes, we shall start with revenge.
In 2nd place, we have Emperor Palpatine.
In time, you will call me Master.
By far the most powerful and plotting villain in the Star Wars universe, Palpatine uses wits and manipulation to push his way to ruler of the galaxy. The Emperor embodies evil, making him one of the most menacing and mysterious villains in the saga. His temper can change at the snap of a finger when things don't go his way, so you don't want to be the one on his bad side. Force lightning, great lightsaber skills, and pure maniacal influence gets this Emperor of the Galaxy spot number 2.
Ironic. He could save others from death, but not himself.
Before I give you my favorite Star Wars villain of all time, here are some runner-ups. Admiral Trench.
And the enemy will soon return. And when they do, we shall be ready.
Grand Moff Jerjerrod.
Sir, moon target in range now.
Commence firing.
Fire.
Moralo Evil.
Oh, what a shame. Out of charges. It's also important as a bounty hunter to be lucky, and your luck just ran out.
Wat Tambor.
The Techno-Union Army is at your disposal, Count.
Hondo Ohnaka.
As my sweet mother always said, son, if one hostage is good, 2 are better. And 3, well, that's just good business.
Pre Vizsla.
Like you said, only the strongest shall rule.
And finally, in first place, is Darth Vader.
The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Not only is Vader the most iconic Star Wars villain, but he's been considered by the majority of people on Earth as the most iconic character of all time. A dark, menacing mask, unsettling breathing, a flowing cape, and the most powerful voice in cinema, Darth Vader is the ideal villain. There's no pity in this Dark Lord's wrath, meaning you don't want to get in his way. He is most well known for the best twist in the history of film.
No, I am the father.
And while in one way he is extremely evil, his transformation back to the light side of the Force was a fantastic way to end an amazing character. Darth Vader earns spot number 1.
You were right about me. Tell your sister. You were right.
So that's my list on the top 10 best Star Wars canon villains. Subscribe to Star Geek for weekly Star Wars content. If you like the channel, please tell a friend. If you enjoyed the video, please shoot that like button at light speed. You can go check out my Facebook page linked in the description. Also check out my Twitter account at StarGeekYT, and find me on Instagram by the same handle. Click on the link to the left for my last video, my experience at the Star Wars in the Power of Costume exhibit at the EMP in Seattle. You can also click on the right to watch my last top 10 episode, the worst Star Wars characters. Don't forget to like the video, and comment on your own list below. Until we meet again in a galaxy far, far away, this has been Star Geek. One character that I didn't include on this list is every villain's favorite protocol droid, Sith 3PO.
Why, hello. I am Sith 3PO, villain cyborg relations, and I am your guide on the path to the dark side. Now, release your anger and bow down before me, if you please.